quite small scale. And what we try to achieve, because we think mainly that the situation in the Netherlands and in Amsterdam is quite different from the rest of the world, probably. In Amsterdam, you do have coffee shops. There is no problem to access cannabis. What we can do as a Cannabis Social Club is to reach a legal status for the growing of cannabis, which hasn't been regulated yet. Coffee shops are not really interested in Amsterdam. It's not a priority to regulate the back door. And we think that Cannabis Social Club could be a model to start an experiment, and since there is in Amsterdam a political consensus about regulating, in Amsterdam 44 city councillors against one are for regulation. So
one is the question, the only question there.
So, I mean, we have organized like a sort of lobby activity within the municipality to have the project of the Cannabis Social Club presented to the mayor as a project for the city to regulate, to start with an experiment which would be within the legal framework of an exemption to the opium law based on scientific research. So we have now these approved. The mayor has said yes to this project, and the following step would be to discuss with the officers of the mayor how we're going to do that, and then we will apply for this license.
So it becomes a kind of scientific research?
Well, it's a scientific research about the effects of regulated cannabis cultivation, and by that we mean regulated with also an indication of the substances, the cannabinoids that are also available to the users on a label, for example, with an information leaflet. And the effects of this program, cultivated within a legal framework and with the whole process of growing monitored and scientific streamlined, how would that influence the users, the social context? So that would be more or less the research, what we are going to research scientifically. And we try to get involved more, scientific work, of course, the University of Amsterdam in particular. And we know that's a political action, because we don't know 100% for sure if we are going to get the license, because the interpretation of the law is also very ambiguous. You could say that it's for scientific research, only for developing medicines, and then we wouldn't be able to get that license. But if we take the idea, the concept, scientific research more in a more broad meaning, with looking also to the effects on the public health, then it would be a real possibility. And then we would be able to set up the club in a legal framework. It would be the first legal experiment with cannabis cultivation. It could be, studied, documented, observed, and it could be also for other countries that want to implement a Cannabis Social Club model, very interesting.
Would you ask for the license, or would the research institute that's going to do this research?
Well, we do ask for license as the Tree of Life, but we would have a research project set up by a professor
Of the university?
of the university.
And this is already agreed?
No, but there are discussions, there are meetings with several professors, and we have an idea, but we don't have one person who is going to do that. But that's what we...
Not yet a
Not
concrete
yet.
proposal.
Not a concrete proposal. Meetings with at least so far two professors of the University of Amsterdam, and we hope that that will lead to... Of course, it's very difficult to place the research and to have a concrete scientific context, and that's the effort we are making now.
But you should maybe say a bit clearer yet that it is necessary to have this as an exception to the opium law.
Yeah, that's the license, which would be actually an exemption to the opium law based on scientific research. So it's not changing the law, but that would be an experiment that could lead to legal changes in the end, if the experiment would show that, I mean, it has positive aspects and that